Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. But first, it is Monday, so hopefully you'll had yourselves a great weekend this weekend, as well as I'd like to thank and welcome all of the newest subscribers that we have gained over the last week and over the weekend. You guys are awesome, and also thank you to the people that have stuck with me thus far. You guys are also awesome. So, good news, we broke a record. We broke a very good record for the number of subscribers in a week, so very happy about that. So thank you guys very much. That is awesome. You guys are the only ones that made that happen. Freaking heck, man. We broke that huge, we got a huge record that got broken for us. So, sorry, I'm having a hard time finding the words, man. It is great. I really love that. So yeah, again, thank you. Not enough things can go around, but thank you as I continue. So anyway, so if moving on here, if you weren't here last time, we had finished the bypass line. Let's put on a power pack here. Let's also swap this out. Oh yeah, I was thinking about moving this here instead, and just have this. Yeah, I don't use the Xeno Basher anyway. Not when you have a gun. But yeah, we had finished the massive bypass line that went through the whatchamacallit, through the swamp biome, and we'll make our way over there real quick. We also had gotten done a factory. That is really, really nice too. We got our modular frames factory completed, and we are in the process of making modular frames, which is really nice too. So you can see one of the trains actually pulling out of from that bypass, going to get screwed. Nope, no, not going to go get screwed. Reinforced plate train. So that one's heading over to the reinforced plates because you need reinforced plates plus screws in order to get in order to get modular frames. Ooh. Yeah, let's hop on this one. This looks like a screw train. No, I don't want to fly. I don't want to ride it more. But yeah, this is the bypass we had completed last week. Comes from here and goes all the way across the swamp biome as well, which is really nice. I'm glad we got that bypass finished because that was one of the bigger, projects as well. And yeah, if we kind of just head down here, we also got the spiral built. This is one of the first of many spirals that's going to be going towards these factories here, because as we've explained a few times, we are going to have 4 different factories in the swamp biome here. We're going to have our modular frame factory, which is already finished. Next to it, we're going to have our heavy modular frame factory. And then next to that is going to be our fused modular frame factory. And then next to that is going to be our pressure conversion cubes, because all of these do go in a line. So, yeah, that is going to be that. But yeah, we built all this. Got this whole line done, which is really nice. This factory actually only took us 2 episodes to finish, which is really good for us, because we've already got a kind of a template set for what the size of the factory is going to be. It's going to be pretty damn easy to get these factories made. You can see it's using all the freaking screws. And we're going to be using even more screws, which is not going to be good. I might have to go to the screw factory and not up it necessarily, but because we can't really. I've already got that thing maxed out. But we might have to put a second train station on it, because it may not get loaded fast enough. I mean, hopefully this factory will be finished by the time hopefully this factory will have finished making modular frames and shut down before we get the next factory online. That would be pretty nice. Here comes another train full of screws. I've left it blue entirely, huh? Alright. Yeah, modular frames. Really, really nice. This was a very fun build. And the next one, the heavy modular frame, I think I might have some of those on my person. The heavy modular frame is going to look like this. So we're going to be taking the foundations and making that. That's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, we'll pull those across there. No, that won't be too hard. I'm just looking at how I would form this. So it's basically the fused modular frame just with some added extra bits to it. So we're going to have... do I have a fused modular frame? I want to see something. Okay, so those are the same size, roughly. Now this one, we're not going to be able to remake this one like we did in the... Because if you guys remember, if you were here for Season 3, we actually made a fused modular frame building. It was actually roughly this size. I mean, it might have been slightly smaller, but yeah, we used a mod to lay the walls down like that, to lay the walls over, to put that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that this time because we don't have that mod anymore. And there's a new mod out there that is called the Infinite Nudge mod, which would do that. So, but yeah. And then of course, I don't have any pressure conversion cubes, but then yeah, pressure conversion cubes, which they're all the same size. So, but yeah, it's gonna look pretty good. At least we'll be able to do these walls. We just won't be able to do the top ones. Actually, we would be able to do the top ones if we did it in foundation. The only problem is the walls now, we can actually nudge the walls and make a thicker wall to do that, and then do these top pieces out of foundation instead. Ooh, I'm getting some ideas in my head. Okay. But yeah, we need to focus on this one first, of course. So what is today's plan? Now that I've wasted your time with all that. Today's plan is to make the heavy modular frame factory. The heavy modular frame factory is going to take 5 train stations in order to make, because, let's see, which recipe were we going to go with? I don't remember. I think it was the heavy encased frame, I think is what it was called. Yeah, heavy encased frame, because it doesn't require screws. That's right. That's right. We can eliminate the screw factor out of that. And then encased industrial beams. The only problem is we don't have an encased industrial beam factory, so we may be pulling away from this project in order to do that. Or I could do an encased industrial beam factory on my own, and then just build that somewhere. And because much like the screw factory, you guys didn't get to see the screw factory either. I mean, I did show it to you, but you didn't get to see the build of it. So I may just do an encased industrial beam factory, just kind of on my own. But we can do the heavy modular frame factory. We can get started on that today. Yeah, the heavy encased frame. This one is really nice, but it takes a crap load of screws. This one is just so much better. This one, yes, it does produce a heck of a lot more, but this one doesn't require screws and rubber, and it requires rubber. This one is just steel pipe and concrete. Looks like the encased industrial beam's the same, well, roughly. And then of course the normal recipe is, it's the same as this one, but instead of steel pipe, it's rubber. So you're just trading the steel pipe for rubber, but you're still using screws and modular frames. And this one uses modular frames. This one takes out the screws, because if we use this recipe, we don't have to worry about that, because this would be insane. I think we needed like 4 machines for heavy modular frames. I can't remember. I think it was 4, something like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get that done, now that I've kind of told you guys the plan, and we've got a whole plan for that. I wonder why this is not getting a full load. Why is this not getting a full load of reinforced plates? We actually might go check on that real quick. Something is weird with the reinforced plates. We'll take the train ride out there and then take the train ride back. Yeah, it may not be making them fast enough, or there's something wrong with it. It could be that. It could be the way it's being loaded, as well, or it could be just we're just not producing enough. I think the one thing we do need to do though is we do need to up the reinforced plates production slightly, because Summersloop did it's doing 300 a minute, so it should be able to load pretty damn quickly. But I don't know. Let's head over there and find out. Here we are at the reinforced plate factory. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I'm sinking it. Oh yeah. Well, it shouldn't matter. It should still. Ooh, I do not have the proper colors for this, do I? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off self-driving for the moment. It'll just sit here. Honestly, I should have 2 of these as well. Yeah, I don't have that blue. Concrete blue. Oh. It's definitely not it. Steel blue. Oh, there it is. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then what did we do? We did blue and iron. Okay. And then when we get back there, we can do. Yeah, we'll repaint our train. Why is it? Is it just that slow? Wait, these aren't being produced. Oh, they're being produced. I guess it's just that slow. Interesting. I wonder if it was... Yeah, these are going. Does this line ever stop? Nope. I don't know if that line ever stops. This line's completely empty. What's going on there? We have issues. Oh, these 2 lines have completely run out of screws. So this thing runs out of screws before the factory can service them. Interesting. What I might do is I might do a split merge real quick. So basically the way that would work, should we do it here? Yeah, we'll do it here. Yeah. So basically we'll do a smart splitter. Kind of want to put it here. Just a little trick though, if you want to. Yeah, I want to lock it to the grid. But if you want to fix a situation like that, is you can do this and this. Put 2 smart splitters down. Have the overflow going to the outside or inside if you like, but I would do it to the outside, to the outside lanes. So overflow there, overflow there. I was just using these to get a marker. And then right underneath it, you put a conveyor merger, which should lock. Yep. And that way, just like that. Yep. Yeah, and that way, if if these 2 top lines stop moving, it'll start pushing screws down this way. And the reason we're doing from the top line to the bottom line is because the top line is at the end of the line here. So it's pulling from this train station. This one's pulling from these 2 as well. So basically, because what seems to be happening is this one's not getting loaded in the front car unfortunately. I think that's just the way it is. We're pulling from this, so this one seems to run out before this one does, which is what seems to be happening. And it's, for some reason, it's causing that to do that. So I just noticed that line wasn't painted. Yeah. Something like that. What I am going to do as well is I'm going to turn off this sync. This is not working anyway. I got 273 tickets in there. I need to pull them out eventually. Just got to paint that so it matches. And same with this. Okay, cool. So at least all those match. But yeah, it just seems like it's just not getting loaded enough. Alright. It's not fast. Eventually I will need to up the production on that. But yeah, we're gonna turn on self-driving and let's get out of here. Make our way back to the modular frame factory there out in the swamp. Alrighty, so now that we're back here, let's go ahead and repaint these. There we go. So now we're with the proper colors here. It's going to be a little laggy. Yeah, I can't wait for 1.1 that fixes this performance drop when you try to paint belts, or when you try to paint anything really. Hopefully they fix the color bug too. The color bug with the whole, when you go to select a color. You know, the first top ones are fine, but as soon as you start getting to like if I click white, it goes to limestone. If I click red faded, that's how I get my concrete color, or that's how I get my white color. And if I go to desert rock, that's how I get my concrete. And if I go to iron 1, that's how I get my red faded. You know, so on and so on. Yeah, I just hopefully that gets fixed. Oh yeah, look at this. We got tons of modular frames being made. Very nice. Get trains back. Yeah, I had to leave for a minute, so I just left the game running just so it makes my modular frames. But anyway, so on to factory building. How are we going to do this? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I kind of want everything is lined up with the train bridge, right? I'm pretty sure I did this. I gridded this to be the train bridge. So that we could have everything in line. I'm just going to go over here and make sure. Also, I need to switch to concrete foundations because those are cheaper. But yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, it looks like I did. Okay, perfect. I didn't change anything. That's nice, actually, because that makes things really freaking easy for the next factory. So, since this train station is lined up with this bridge, all I have to do is make the next factory along that bridge. The factory could be out further if we like, but the bridge itself is not going to change. It's not going to change where it is. So I need to figure out how big this. I need to figure out how wide this is from that point over to that corner. Not that corner, but the far corner. Figure out how big that is, and then that's the footprint size essentially of this whole design. And then we need to make sure that we're going to fit all 4 factories in here. So let's see how big this is. Because we need to fit all, like I said, we need to fit all 4 factories in this swamp biome on this side of the bridge. So that's the reason why. So it's 11, and then it's another 10, isn't it? Alright, so 21. That's very nice. Woo! This factory can drink. It's 21. Alright, so 21 foundations. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... Let's get rid of that. Is I'm going to take from here, and I'm just going to go out this way, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge of the other edge of the biome, and then start working out exactly where to put these factories. That way we could fit all 4 down here. And they'll all be on the same ledge. We might have to blow up a few of these, unfortunately. They're awesome that they glow and everything, but yeah, we might have to blow up 1 or 2. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let me get designed where all 4 of these factories are going to go, and then we'll start working on the heavy modular frame factory for today. Alrighty then, it's been a few hours, but I decided to go ahead and fully build out these platforms so that we could just get going on the actual factories and train stations and stuff. So a couple of stupid phlegm, a couple of a little bit of plans here, a couple of changes of plans and a couple of additions of plans and stuff. So I built all 4 platforms exactly like this one out here that we already have. So just like this one, I've got 4 identical platforms. The ones I could fit within the biome. I'm so glad I shoved this over, clear over like I did. I was just like, maybe I went a little too far over with this one. No, actually, that was just perfect because in between each of these, so each one of these like little squares off to the side, these are the factories going to be the frames. So we got heavy modular frames here. Again, all identical platforms. We've got the fused modular frames here, and if we keep going, this one's going to be the pressure conversion cubes right over here. So rather than having a train station drop off the previous product like I originally planned, these factories are so close, I'm just going to run a belt. We're going to run a smart splitter, and that smart splitter is going to feed the factory before it feeds the train station, of course. And I've been building on this for so long, by the way, that this factory has completely blocked up with modular frames, which is good. So, yeah, and if I need any more like frames being made than I can currently fit within the factory floor, I'm gonna do we're gonna do multiple floors. So, because there's plenty of room inside these to do multiple floors. So, yeah, I figure that's pretty good. Oh, look at that! We're gonna get a beautiful sunrise coming over the thing here. Should we do this as the screenshot? Maybe, or we just keep it as a thing. Oh man, the clouds are in the way. Get out of the way, stupid clouds. Actually, maybe I should take it from over here, so we don't have the train stations in the way. There we go. That'll probably not be that probably won't be the thumbnail, but that's because we'll probably have this frame built. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this frame started, shall we? Or should we do the train stations first? Maybe the train stations first, and then we'll worry about that. So we still are going to need 4 train stations. We just won't have the 5 because we won't have the input of the heavy modular frames like I originally had planned. So we're going to swap out 1 input for 1 output, and then we'll have 4 train stations. 3 of them will be the input, and the 4th one will be the output, which we have plenty of room, because putting a 5th train station in here, I mean, it wouldn't have been too hard, but also at the same time, it wouldn't have been all that great either. Ooh, I never did. Did I ever hook this up to the... I did. I did hook that up. Okay. So these are useless then. And maybe we'll even include not only for the belt to go across to the factory, maybe we'll include some walkway as well with that belt, and then you'll be able to move on to the other factory. just by walking. That'd be pretty cool. We'll see. All right, but yeah, like I said, let's get to building this frame, shall we? So the way I'm going to be building these frames, I'll show you guys. We're going to be using the big metal pillar. That's what I used over there. The other thing I need to do is I need to add lights to these so we can kind of distinct from a far distance which one's which. But these will look different enough. I don't think it'll be too much of a problem, but you never know. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, so the way I did this one was I did... was it 17? I have to go back over here to confirm. Oh, my game's lagging a little bit. Oh, probably because I... Oh, probably because I'm installing a game, that's right. Duh. So in between it was 17, right? Yeah, 17. And then 18 and 19. Something like that. I can't remember. So that'd be, if it was 17 in between, that'd be 18, and that one would be 19. Yeah, and 19. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, I remember why now. Yeah, sorry about the FPS loss. Should have thought about that when I started installing that game. Yeah, it is taking up all of my hardware. Okay. So we need 19 then. And the reason that it's 19 and not 20 is because the amount of block space. We're not... oh, there we go. Game's installed. That's probably noisy. Yeah, if I can remember, I might cut it out. We'll see. Probably not, though. Look at that, FPS has kind of returned to normal. And we put up our 4 poles here. Alright. And then what I'll do is I'll do this. And then we'll go around and we form the box from here. What I do is I like to overlap these, but it doesn't really matter. Because I'm going to put a foundation over them anyway. So, but I'm just going to do it just because I can. I got the resources. It doesn't matter. Alrighty, so now we've got our frame, our basic frame here. It looks exactly like that one, except for the foundations, of course. Did I save that color? I hope I saved that color. But anyway. So then the next thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the coated... Actually, I'm going to grab a regular concrete for the moment. And then I will change it to the material of coated concrete once I get the placement. So then what we're going to do is we're going to try and put it in this corner. 3, 4, 3, 4. And we're going to put it right there. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to vertical this up. Just like this. There's a few reasons for this, of course. But yeah, one of the main reasons we need to put foundations up there. I will be bringing power from over this train station. Oh, what happened here? Okay, and I'm out of fuel. Fuel. Boop, boop. Oh, lag. Okay. And then let's swap over to the hover pack. Let's grab some power. Come on. Give me the connection. There we go. And put a couple of temporary power poles up here, so we can hover all the way up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 2 meter here. And then we're going to put 2 4 meters. That creates our little box. And we can zoop the rest of these. It doesn't matter what, just do that. Okay, we can remove all the unnecessary ones. There we go. Get those two. And remove all those. Okay. And there's our 4 boxes. Okay, then what I'm going to do is here is I'm going to... Is it a 2 meter? I think it's 2 meter. Yeah, it's 2 meter. We're going to put a 2 meter on top of this because the part of it is on the foundation, so there's no reason to try to put a 2 meter underneath. And of course we can do the same trick here. We can zoop this. Just so we don't have to, you know, lock it in place and then nudge. It's a little faster to zoop it. Nope, just want to remove that. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm placing it right on that edge and then it snaps in. Okay, and then we'll go over to materials. The reason I didn't want to build with the foundation, because then I'd end up with a bunch of plastic in my inventory from the Dimensional Depot. And I was like, there's no reason for that. But yeah, I changed it over to the coated concrete so that we can... so then we can get kind of that shine out of it. Of course. And then colors. Except I don't remember what I colored this. I know it was concrete color, but what was it? Was it asphalt or was it? Yeah, because I don't have the color saved, which was probably a mistake. Then I select iron, that gives me concrete. Nope. Select desert rock, and that gives me concrete. Desert rock gives me concrete. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I went with, let's see. Is that the same color? Should be able to tell easily. Yeah, and it is kind of darker, but it's not too much different. Default. Or does shiny more, or shiny darker? Shiny's darker. Okay. I'm gonna put this down to 0.2. Ooh, that was close. Actually, could probably do with being that way. That's not too much darker. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with this. I'll just paint these. It's fine. Yes, because if they were slightly too dark anyway. Yeah, we won't pay attention to the tops. Okay, cool. So now we can go back over here and do the exact same thing. But of course, if I save the color, it doesn't really matter anyway, does it? Oh, but then again, I don't know if I'm going to use this again anyway. I might not even use it again. Well, just because of the fact that the next set of frames are going to be much thicker. Or not thicker, but they're gonna be much different in the corners, I think. There we go. Yeah, so we got the exact same frame as this. However, this one's different, obviously. Do I have a heavy frame? I do. So let's grab out some heavy frames. I sunk the other ones earlier because I didn't want to carry them. I was trying to carry frames because what I did was I still had the temporary factory for modular frames going, and it still had a big old box, and this was still going as well. So I took the big old box and brought it over here, dropped it off, that we didn't have to sink it all later. Okay, so we've got shiny black. If we use the same material, I think that'd be okay, because I don't want to use... if we don't want to use anything else. Okay, but they're going to be pure black, pretty much. Okay. So if I had to guess, let's say this is a 4-meter foundation, right? So if we cut that in half, that's two 4-meter foundations. Looks like the top and the sides are slightly different, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, we got 2 4-meter foundations, which that is 16 meters right there. The 4-meter foundations is thickness, by the way, not the width. The width is 8 by 8. So we got 2 8 by 8s there. So we'll say 4 foundations here. Okay, I'll leave that there for the moment. So 4-meter. So let's vertical this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that'll be 16 meters. Okay, let's see if that... before I do too many more, let's see if that actually looks good. So then the rest of this... Actually, the rest of this we'll just do it in. Okay. And of course we'll go... I wonder if we do carbon steel. Ooh, carbon steel actually looks pretty good. And well, actually that's pretty black. I don't know if that'll be enough. We might just go straight black with those. Although that does not look bad. Yeah, that does not look bad at all. Okay, so I just got to do that to all of these beams here. Get that all done. Well, let's see what the pure black looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control-C on this. I'm actually going to save this as... Shiny iron. shiny iron. I don't know. I probably misspelled it all. That's fine. But yeah, what we do is we go pure black with those two. Ooh, pure black is actually less black. Interesting. Okay. What if I do the -1 thing? Like, what's the difference here? No difference whatsoever. Okay. So then... just hit Control-V. Put these all back. Okay, and we'll just go with carbon steel. Yeah, there's literally no difference. But yeah, like I said, I got to do that to that, and I also got to do that to these as well. These ones won't be too hard, though. It's only 2 foundations. Just wait for the autosave. Just zoop it. Freaking heck. Yeah, and then we'll know because it'll be the same amount. So half, 1, 2, 3, half. Oh, whoops. Let's do it on the side. So half, 1, 2, 3 full ones, half, 1, 2 full ones here. Oh, so it needs to be like one more. Or almost like, actually it needs to be like that. To be exactly the same. Okay, I'll have to remember that then. So it needs to be, yeah, 2.5, or 2, or technically it's 3, but it's 2 and then a half and half. Yeah, I thought this would work. Because this is 4, 8, 9, or 4, 8, and then... Oh no, this is... Now I'm confused. Yeah, because if we put a foundation on its side, that's 4, that's 8, and 12, and then 16. Oh, there's the discrepancy. Okay, I thought this was only 8. It's actually 9 foundations. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, the 2 halves. Yep, okay. That makes sense. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that on all these corners and get her going. Alrighty then. Well, we've got that accomplished. Yep, this looks pretty good. Looks like everything is that, and it looks like a heavy modular frame from a distance, of course. You know what I might end up doing is we might end up swapping these out for like the concrete ones and then painting them in shiny metal. I don't know. What do you guys tell me what you think, I suppose. I'll leave it like this, and if we decide we want to swap those out, and we'll swap those out as well for the modular frame. We'll swap those out as well. So it's a little more, because it's a little too dark metal. It needs to be more shiny. Did I do? Oh, I think I did. Whoops. And it'd probably help if all these were the same material. See, those are, these are not. These are, though. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And these are as well. I thought those looked weird. But then I was just like, oh, maybe it's just a thing. Okay. Let's get that fixed. There we go. That's better? Okay. Now that we've got our heavy modular frame factory, though, unfortunately we are pretty much out of time for this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put windows on this later. I'm just going to, basic ideas, just do that. What's over there? But yeah, just in case you're curious what I'm going to do here, because I'm gonna do this real quick later on when I get some more time. As we just go, we hit the H key and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, but we want to put it on the foundation. That's right. So yeah, we put a standard. That's right. I forgot how to do this. That way we don't have to have windows that are inside the frame. So yeah, you just put a foundation here on the put one in two of the corners, the side corners there, and we just take our wall and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oops. And sometimes it doesn't want to work, so you have to place it again. I don't know why it doesn't want to. Sometimes they just don't want to shift, and I don't understand why it's so buggy sometimes. Please. Yeah, this one doesn't want to shift either. I might have to restart my game. Yeah, that one works. And I know this one works too, because Done it. There we go. I have no idea why. Yeah, and then you just zoop this across 9. And then zoop it across 9 again. And zoop it across 9 again, and you just keep going until it's completely full. And I'm going to do this on all 4 of these walls, and then the roof pieces. How did I do the roof pieces? It was down in the middle of the thing. Oh yeah, that's right. I did this. I went architecture with the flat roof, and I put them. I think I put them at that level, or did I put them at this level? Maybe it's this. Oops. Okay. See if we can fix that. There we go. So yeah, once you get it in the corner, and then you can just drag it across. And then drag it across, and it should be the same on either side. Yeah, just like that. But anyway, like I said, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So next time we'll actually build the factory part of this factory with the train stations and so on and whatnot. There we go. There's our roof, and we'll have the walls up already and as well. But yeah, we'll get to working on the actual factory. This one's going to be manufacturers. Going to be 4 train stations out here. That one's going to be blenders, and the next one's also going to be blenders as well, I think. Or is it? No, it's back to manufacturers, I think. Something like that. I don't remember. I'll remember when we get to that point. But yeah, that'll be the heavy modular frame. But of course, the factory won't actually work until we get the encased industrial frame. But yeah, we'll figure that all out next time. But like I said, for now though, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.